Brazen criminals are striking in the middle of the day on busy streets or even while you are pumping gas.
Majority of the victims are often women. Natasha Robin has this special crime tracker investigation.
Just filling up your tank?
Everything just happens so fast.
Could lead to trouble in a matter of seconds.
A lot of people just don't realize that this can actually happen to you.
The carjackings are happening when you come to the pump, and you know most of us leave our keys on, and they jump in and take your car.
Carjackings, car thefts, and burglaries unfolding in the middle of the day, sometimes at the pump, other times leaving a store or at your front door.
The timing was on point.
The victims of these crimes, often women.
I was in Waveland, Mississippi when I saw the film, and I went, holy God, that's my gas station around the block. It's so easy to go to.
I had locked my vehicle when I was getting gas that day.
Just as this woman was paying at the pump, a Honda SUV quickly drove up. The victim says what appeared to be a teenager jumped out and tried to open her passenger side door, but it was locked.
The driver had a gun, and they took off real quick.
But they didn't leave. Instead, they simply pulled around to the next pump, where another woman pumped gas.
Held my hand on my horn and tried to alert the other female that somebody was trying to get in her vehicle.
So the gunman took off empty-handed. Attempted auto theft? Women are victims 57% of the time so far this year.
Maybe we don't generally have guns on us, you know, and we're much, I mean, I'll give them my purse and stuff. I am not going to fight with someone.
It's scary. It's scary for my daughters.
At the same gas station on Canal Street, days later, a woman walks to her vehicle to pump gas when a black car pulls in, backs up, and someone gets out. At first, it's unclear what's going on, but eventually the front seat passenger of the black SUV hops into the woman's white car and takes off in it.
Do want to fight with a man or something.
A gas station worker says it happens quick, and oftentimes he has no idea until the victim runs in for help.
It makes women start wanting to carry a gun. I hate to say that, but I hate to say it.
So far this year, more than 620 women had their vehicles stolen.
They pulled up, pulled the guns up. The guy hopped out and hopped in the front seat.
A terrifying experience, her child in the back seat.
And my daughter said, "Mommy, he got a gun."
The gunman, instead of carjacking the woman, grabbed her purse off the front seat and took off.
They have to be watching, evaluating, going through neighborhoods and seeing and targeting these easy targets, as they say.
Attempted armed carjackings. Women are victims 63% of the time.
And then with the kids in the car, can you imagine? What would you do? I don't know.
Attempted unarmed carjackings, 73% of the time, a woman is the victim.
The guys jumped out of a car that was passing and pulled her out of her car, took her car and ran her over with her own car.
Police say a 13-year-old snatched a 73-year-old woman's purse at North Dupree in Toulouse. Carjacked her, and when the woman tried to stop him, he ran her over.
She was complaining about her hip. She had bleeding from her forehead area. Her leg, both her legs were pretty chewed up.
It's sad, it's scary.
Justin Brown is a former NOPD officer, but he's been on both sides of the law. Now he offers criminal justice advice on Instagram through Empower UNOLA. Brown believes women are often victims because they're easily distracted and may be unaware of their surroundings.
We have to change the way we think, we have to change the way we move and change the way we act. We have to do it so we won't be victims.
Brown points out the criminals are brazen. They'll strike anytime, anywhere. So something as easy as stopping to pump gas should be thought out.
For me being a former SWAT trained officer, you have to plan this out like it's a SWAT role, right? You have to get to your gas pump. You have to know exactly what card you have or have your keys in your hand. You have to lock the door. You have to put your, all this you're doing, and you have to be aware of your surroundings.
Sometimes if I feel uncomfortable, I'll go inside and pay.
I have my keys in my hand. So, I mean, now they could come up and grab the keys from me and take the car, but they can't just come and jump in my car and take it away.
some women aren't taking any chances.
As an older woman, I think I have to be very aware of my surroundings. So number one, I'm not on the cell phone because that's a distraction.
For those who have already fallen victim, they say the crime changed them.
I have my gun right now in my pocket with my hand on my handle. I'm terrified. I'm terrified.
Natasha Robin, Fox 8, Local First.
The NOPD says there's no guaranteed way to avoid becoming a victim, but police say you should never leave your vehicle unlocked with the keys inside or the engine running. They also say never leave valuables in plain sight.